Weather with meteorologist Christina Reese.
Good evening, Northeast Kansas. Thanks for joining us here on KSNT News. We got our first taste of winter in spots today, and that's still the case, as you'll see with Max Track Radar. A split between where the snow is falling and where some rain showers continue to fall for our southeastern areas and just south of the capital cities, where we're still tracking a few showers. In fact, there were some thunderstorms in those spots earlier on, but now we're keeping a close eye on some banding of snow that is setting up for some of our northwestern areas. And as we zoom in, you can clearly see some of those darker blues now starting to pop up, stretching from portions of Cloud County through northern Clay County and southern Washington County, just south of Washington itself. Palmer dealing with some possibly light to moderate snow coming down right now. If this band continues to set up the way it is and doesn't budge all too much, some of these spots could pick up an additional 1 to maybe 2 inches of snow, mainly wet snowflakes that would stick to the grass primarily. But because these areas have been the first ones to become colder, we could start to see more of that snow stick to pavement. So road conditions, you may want to still ease on the air of caution as you head out this evening. We could see some slick spots start to develop. But taking a look at future track, as we head throughout the course of the evening, I think that precipitation starts to sag further to the southeast, and as more spots start to get closer to the low to mid 30s as we cool down some more, we could start to see more of a wintry mix and a few snowflakes fall over some of our central areas. Still the best chance of rain being the main form of precipitation over our southeastern areas. But especially once we get past midnight, a lot of this will start to taper off and completely clear out. And it takes a cloud cover with it as well, but it will be a cold start to your Monday morning heading back to work or school. Capital City, not one of the spots that we've gotten snow reports just yet, but it's on the cloudy side, catching a break from the rain right now. But we have seen our temperatures take a tumble. It's down to 38 degrees, but with that north-northwest wind at 16 miles per hour, actually feels like the upper 20s with a wind chill at 29 degrees right now. But temperature-wise, we've all really started to cool down. 30s for the most part. The one exception is Lawrence, 40 degrees on the dot. But the reason we turned so much colder today is because we had a cold front push through. Behind it, breezy north winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour is adding that extra cold bite to the air. That's why we're talking wind chills in the 20s for much of the region, a couple low 30s in Emporia and Lawrence. But regardless, much colder than it was yesterday, and you feel that difference out there. However, that wind will gradually start to lighten up throughout the night into tomorrow. Still a cool north wind, but more so of a 5 to 10 mile per hour breeze, but still enough to add that cold bite because it takes a little bit for us to warm back up. So heading out the door tomorrow morning, feeling like the 20s, some of those pockets of purple you're seeing pop up there could feel like the upper teens in spots. But we do warm up more so for Monday, feeling like the 40s. Another cold start for Tuesday morning, real feels in the 20s, but the mild air finally makes its return. Wind chill not a concern for Tuesday afternoon as we finally get back into the upper 50s and low 60s. Keep in mind, though, we have a freeze warning in effect for much of the region because of that cold air and some of the lingering moisture. So if you have any sensitive plants, you'll want to bring them in because this is the type of frost that would kill them pretty quickly. So for tonight, calling for a low of 30 degrees. Widespread frost develops, but because of the rain and some of the snow we've seen in spots, some slick spots could develop overnight into tomorrow morning. A final look at your Storm Track 7-day forecast shows that we have a couple more days of pretty cold starts in the morning, but then we see the 60s return and we dry right back out.